It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Raiders and the Bears, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Chicago Bears. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Now Jones. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And not only does he have all the skills that you're looking for as a quarterback, he's incredibly tough and plays the game fearlessly as both a runner and a passer. You provide a good running game around him and let him throw deep off of play action, you've got an all-star in the making.
Let's rock and roll.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
But they certainly got dented with that first run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Fields now to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On first down, it's Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing on 3rd down. Fields. And that is incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. DeAndre Carter back deep. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So the Raiders backed up here to begin their first drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can be a Super Bowl quarterback, but his biggest problem, his ability to stay healthy and remain on the field. When able, he's a capable quarterback prone to winning games both in the regular and postseason.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards there and a first down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Caught outright by Renfro. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Keep on praying. We gotta be big.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
All right, who with him now? Let's go with it, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun. That's right. Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, 36 yards. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
They'll run with Foreman. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Let's go do this thing, baby.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
Out of the gun, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that third down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Here's Fields.
Forced out to his left. And he's going to have another first out as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Now Fields.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Fields.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
The drive had started well after a punt last time. Now it's slowed down a bit, and let's face it, they don't want to punt the ball in back-to-back series. They want a sustained drive on this one.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And after the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Garoppolo on first down. He gets this to Davante Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Slant to Adams. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. On first down, Garoppolo. Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5 and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up or do something different just because you think you need to.
Let's go. Let's go. It's right there. That's how we eat.
Here's Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Velus Jones now from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
The good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Foreman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They run again with Foreman. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Let's do it.
A carry for Foreman. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's Foreman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Foreman trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Rolling to his right.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics, he's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Fields. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Fields on 3rd down. That's complete to Mooney.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here comes Mooney now on the jet sweep.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Fields going to hold on to it.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Justin Fields
keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Bears have got it back to within a score.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that made 14-10 ball game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. after the touchdown. Here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw into the hands of Hooper. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play, but Mark Brunell, when he was with Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy's on fire.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Jaquan Brisker getting sent on the safety blitz, and he was able to finish it off. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then, because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield, and oftentimes the QB ends up on his backside, as he did there.
He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Let's be smart. Let's play smart.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Looking deep for Adams, and that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete there to Moore.
And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. To throw again on second down. Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 22 yards there, a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Foreman. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
Tackled there by Jerry Tillery.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Fields. Locates Mooney on the out route.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They'll roll him out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt.
Here comes Carter. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive.
And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long. Garoppolo. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Garoppolo looks to throw. Eluding the press. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. On the return is Pettis. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. His throw incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. And pass complete to Moore. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Fields going to hurry his guys to the line. 3rd and 2, Fields. Incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Now here's Trenton Gill now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Eight yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So out come the Raiders. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
baby. Let's play. Come on with it, man. Make it that ball, baby. Let's go, baby.
From the 38, Garoppolo. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Garoppolo now. He's got Hooper on the out route. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we'll reach halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. From the 30 on second down, Garoppolo, and that's complete to Adams. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. There's Garoppolo to throw. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. On second down, Jacobs looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but more mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Over the middle, he's got Myers. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Fields on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. On 2nd down, Foreman. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Again, it's Foreman. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
And it's incomplete.
Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Back to the air, Fields on second down. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. The linebacker, Robert Spillane, making a big play. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Play action, Garoppolo. And finding the tight end, Hooper. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo. It's caught here by Adams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
And just a yard to go here on second down. Garoppolo. Trying to improvise. And he'll just get rid of it.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's dominate this. Let's go. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Back to throw, Fields.
Flush to his right. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
And his throw is incomplete.
Chase Claypool, the intended target.
But it'll be 2nd down.
Fields.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes, just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
On play action, Fields.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on third down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
On first down, Fields.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
Throwing again on second down.
Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at Soldier Field. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up second down. Up the middle they go. Foreman. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Foreman. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
I put a star.
Let's go, man. Let's rock and roll. That's right, baby. Play it to the whistle.
On first down, it's Fields.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
To throw again on second down.
Fields.
Dances by him. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
Now Fields.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone, but sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Now it's Fields.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DJ Moore from 6 yards away.
And the Bears have taken a fourth-quarter lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Santos with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Yeah, that's a pretty throw right there. It's man coverage on the left side of the field, and this is some really good footwork by his receiver. Able to create some space at the top of his route, and the ball is delivered right on time.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. Oh, what a juke into space. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Where they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
A first run for the backup, Abdullah. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. The kick by Carlson is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 16.
Fields now to throw.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Foreman. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Fields on 3rd down. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The offense schemed, going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit to get that 1 yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 78 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, and this is a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man is Myers. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On play action, now Garoppolo. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. 2nd and 7 from the 20. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Carlson is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Me and you, baby. Me and you.
Back to throw. Fields gets this to Moore. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do, and think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
And we've reached the 1 minute mark in this game. All eyes on Fields. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
What's the deal? All right. Oh! That's the only way we're going to be able to make plays.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll run on 1st down. Foreman, 53 yards on the ground for him so far. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Fields going to hurry his guys to the line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. He'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Bears who will have the first chance to win this thing as we are underway here in overtime. This taken in at the goal line. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll bring up second down.
They can't beat us straight up.
To throw is Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing on third down, Fields. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time. They picked up a first down and a whole lot more. Forget about just looking for the sticks. They went well beyond the stick.
I know they were talking about guarding the sticks on defense. They didn't guard them very well. They got a big-time completion on a third down. That's almost a backbreaker, isn't it? In overtime, every play's importance is magnified, and that one could turn out to be huge.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Fields. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts, maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
On first down, Foreman. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
This is your game, baby. It's yours, man. Let's ride out. Let's ride out. Let's ride, dog. They play it.
And they need 5 yards on third down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Here's Fields. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all. And then to get there and finish it what I would call an old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great, great game that we bore witness to.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
And now here come the Raiders. First throw of OT for Garoppolo. It's caught by Hooper. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Backed up deep in their own territory, they were in search of a cushion, and the cushion was found.
And you have to think total game, even in overtime. As a head coach, field position still counts in this spot. So they had to get out from the shadow of their own goal line, get themselves some breathing room. Obviously, that helps them on offense, but it may help their defense, too. Might be necessary here in OT.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And his throw here is incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. So often in overtime, Charles, games are won or lost on one big play. That might have been that big play right there.
And the ability to execute it despite the stakes, because listen, we've been there before. We've seen guys maybe hyperventilate a little bit when it's their opportunity. Not in this situation. They executed it calmly, and they really got it done.
And now they're set up in prime position. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
It's a 7-yard touchdown run. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's got it up and through. So the drive there took 6 plays, and in the end it's capped off by a 7-yard run. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
From the 30 on second down, Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
On first and 10, it's Herbert. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. On second down, a run with Herbert. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
Let's go now, let's go. Let's ride, dog. Let's go.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Now Fields. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here comes the Bears punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders heading out to take over. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
On first down, Garoppolo. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Hey, plays, y'all. Hey, plays. Let's go. Play it to the whistle.
Here's A.J. Cole now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here comes Pettis on the return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. Onto the field now come the Bears. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Foreman. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 67 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
On play action, Fields. He'll buy some, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Robert Spillane able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Room for Jacobs there on first down as he takes this one forward for a pickup of about 7.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Jacobs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it, because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Could be some contact going on.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's A.J. Cole now, standing just outside his own goal line. And taken right at the 35. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now it's Fields. He's got Claypool. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw, Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robert Tonyan, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. He's going to look deep for more. It's caught at the 10. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And this home crowd
crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. Well, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf, and today that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.